Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then hello, I am Kaya and today I'm going to be talking you through my gift guide for Christmas. So, if you haven't already, please like, please comment, please subscribe down below and check out all the links in the description and let's get started! Okay, so I've basically tried to do things that are any gender, for anyone that I can think of that you can manipulate to what they like. And they are like interchangeable for different people, so you could get the same gift but like slightly different kind of vibes or whatever. You'll understand when I start talking about stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd just say that it's not specific for those kind of people. Yeah, it's for anyone, so hope you enjoy. So the first one that I have put on my list is experience days. Now this could be anything from segueing, making your own jewellery, to going on a dinner date. Things like Virgin Experience days and Groupon have that kind of stuff. They're the ones that I have used personally. We went segueing and it was so much fun. Just stuff like that I really enjoy, like just someone going, actually I'm going to dedicate this day to you and you can do it with whoever you like, and most of the time it'll be like a two-person thing, so like as I say, me and Dom went segueing, and it's just something that you can look forward to in the future, and you can pick a day of your own and that kind of thing, and it, as I say, it's a fun day, so you get effectively another present out of it. So you get the joy of receiving the initial present of going, actually yes, we are going for a day somewhere, or it can, I think there's some that are like a weekend or a week. Hello Jerry. And yeah, so you get you get like a certain amount of time to like appreciate the person that you're with, and yeah, that's that. Of course, hand making things yourself. I tend to make my own cards very badly, but I do make them. And my mum does make cards and she needs to start selling them because they are so unbelievably good. Because, you know, the way that she does them, she has like little pockets everywhere, or like she folds them a certain way that, you know, you have to open them like outwards instead of like a normal card. Oh god, it's so hard to explain. But things like that, or like the origami type thing, or like you make them a piece of jewellery, I don't know, you can knit them something. One of my good friends, Abby, she does knitting, so you know, if she was to give me a knitted piece of clothing, or like I saw in TK Maxx / Home Sense earlier, that they actually do a kit for beginners where you can knit slippers, and I thought, what a great gift, especially for like Christmas, because obviously it's winter, it's cold, you are going to get freezing feet, so why not, you know, give somebody something that is practical but also fun, because you get to make it and then obviously wear them afterwards. That's such a great idea, isn't it? I just freaking love that idea. So yeah, and also I'll just give you an example here because I've just seen it. Home Bargains are doing little crafty bits like this, and this is basically embroidering your own, it's not embroidery, it's cross stitch. You basically just cross stitch your own flag. But there are so many different things that they are doing at the minute. They've got so many different crafty things, and crafty things are now becoming quite a big thing again. So I would highly recommend either buying that for someone, or buying it and then doing it and then giving it some money, because it means so much more than just giving them something they don't want, which is exactly what I do. Of course I have to mention small business items. Now if you haven't been following me, you won't know the fact that I make jewellery. I'm currently just doing earrings, but I am very soon going to be hopefully doing other things if I can get my head around it, because it's quite hard. So yeah, so I'll just give you a sneak peek. This is something that I got in the Christmassy range. I got little ones like these, which I spent quite a bit of time on. These are the ones I did for myself to take photos of, and then obviously you can pick basically what pom-poms you want. You can pick the charm in the middle, so I chose the candy cane, and then the star. You can get like squares and circles and stuff, so you can personalise it kind of how you want it rather than just kind of random. And then got personalised ones like these, which aren't actually quite up on my Etsy page yet. I took photos of them today, which this is just Jerry's face. But yeah, there's loads of random little bits. Just a small plug there. But of course Dom does have a business that he runs with my dad as well, which I am involved in but not really, with a printing business, so you get like personalised t-shirts and like you can put your logo on it and all that kind of stuff and print random things. They do a lot more like decoration and homeware, and as well as like clothing and stuff like that, so it's not just jewellery. So yeah, that kind of thing it is always a great thing to look at. Is I am a sucker for looking at Etsy and looking at small businesses and thinking, how the hell do you do that? Because that just requires so much talent and so much skill, and I do not have the patience for that. So I very much, especially now, I appreciate so much more all of the small businesses that just don't get recognised. And a lot of obviously big businesses do that kind of thing as well, but smaller businesses obviously are smaller people. Not smaller people as in smaller people, but smaller people as in they would appreciate it more if you bought from them. So, you know, that kind of thing. Get yourself on Etsy because it's addictive. Maybe that's why you shouldn't be on Etsy. Maybe that's why I shouldn't be on Etsy. But yeah, any of your friends who have small business, because I can guarantee there's at least one person that you know who has a small business, and they would very much appreciate some support from that. Even if it's just like a voucher, or like you give them a gift from their shop, whatever, doesn't really matter. Just support their business because it's very appreciated, and I can tell you that for free. Okay, so obviously people go with what hopefully the person likes. So I've put here novelty items specific to their hobby, i.e., I'm hoping they're not watching this, but I have bought Dom and Abby's boyfriend, who is also our friend, David, I've bought them, I've not bought them yet, but I will be buying some chocolate, which is in the shape of a games controller because they play games together, and I've also bought them some socks that just says, can I just finish my game, and like for Abby I have bought things to do with like the Switch. I'm not going to say no more because she's more than likely going to be watching it more than the boys are, but yeah, so obviously I am into like musical theatre and stuff like that. So for example, there was one year that I got a keyring that has just the theatre masks on, just simple things like that. Just, you know, that's nice, isn't it, to get things that you enjoy. But yeah, that but yeah, that's, I don't really know what more I can say about that because I don't really know what other people's hobbies are. Yeah, ask them what their hobby is if you don't already know, and then go with something like that. Oh, obviously with that you can get practical items, not just like random things. So for example, I really hope she's not watching this, but I bought Abby a Switch game holder because she has quite a lot of physical games rather than online games, and I bought it that it's in the shape of a Mario Kart cube, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So it literally looks like, you know, the question mark boxes. It's one of them, and then you lift the lid up and then it's got slots for the games. Inexpensive, on Etsy, small business, it all ties in. But she loves Mario Kart and she loves Switch games, and it's practical. What more could you want, you know? Okay, going back to the jewellery thing. Now, I am of that age where a lot of my friends are getting engaged. And if Dom was watching this video at this point, he'd be absolutely hating it, because we've recently had a conversation about life and like our plans and whatever. And obviously I am very much like, yeah, I'd happily get engaged now, not necessarily get married right now, but like I'd happily get engaged now, and I keep like making hints, but there we go. But yeah, it's the same with a lot of my friends. All I see over Facebook is either someone getting married, someone getting engaged, or having a big baby. So I'm just at that point in life now. I can't get away from it. So to go with that, if you are, for example, looking to buy your partner a ring to get engaged with, you could get obviously the ring. Duh. But also I have seen, which I really would like for myself, is the little bauble boxes. So you could literally have it on the tree. Obviously try and match the theme of the tree, don't try and be like stupid about it. But you know, for example, our tree theme is just red and green and gold. So if you bought a bauble that was red, and it opened up to have the ring in it, or the bit for the ring, and then you put the ring in it and close it, pop it on the tree, no one's ever gonna know. Okay? I definitely wouldn't know. So for all I'm concerned, I'm going to decorate the tree tonight, and Dom's going to put a bauble on there that's got a freaking ring in it, and I just wouldn't have a clue, because I don't ever pay attention that much. And I can swear a lot of people will probably be the same. So I think that's a good idea, personally. Getting a box for an engagement ring. But moving on from an engagement ring, obviously jewellery in general, I've kind of touched on that with small businesses, but jewellery in general, a lot of people like, that's all genders, like I know that like my stepdad and David wear chains and rings and stuff like that, and obviously I wear jewellery. It doesn't have to be like actual jewellery either. I have also put on my list a jewellery holder because I have a heck of a lot of jewellery now, and I only have those drawers that they're in, and then I have a few things, and everything keeps getting lost in them. So I would like to have a holder where I can put the studs at the top, the necklaces and the drop earrings, so I can see them and they're all laid out, and then I will know exactly where everything is. Whether that happens is a different matter. However, that's also a great idea, is getting a jewellery box or like a jewellery organiser. If people have like a lot of jewellery, or not even just if they have a lot. I got a personalised jewellery box 1 year from my grandparents, and it literally just says my name in it, and I think it says Merry Christmas, or it might be for my birthday, I can't remember. But I don't actually use it as a jewellery box because it's too nice, so I now keep my like treasured things in there. So that's also another idea. Everybody needs socks, okay? Whether they be fluffy fluffy or normal or themed or whatever, everybody needs socks. If you don't wear socks, then I'm sorry, this one's not for you, but most people wear socks, I believe, so socks are a good idea to buy things with. There's a lot of like gift sets that you can buy like fluffy socks with like a hot water bottle or a mug or hot chocolate or something like that, I think. So if you want something simple, just get some socks, because everything that I ever buy for any present that anyone ever receives from me will always have socks in it, no matter what. Again, with the socks, slightly different. Slippers. If people like the cozy vibe, get some slippers. They are always good for lounging around in, obviously, and you know, they're slippers. Practical. Another thing to be cozy, it all ties in this next few bits. Pamper items. So you could literally give them a gift box. You could make a hamper like with just random bits that you've got, or things that you don't want. That's another thing. You could give people items. Obviously you don't give it back to the same person that gave it to you, but you could literally make a hamper of things that they can pamper themselves with, i.e. skincare. A lot of people struggle with skincare, and once you find a good brand, they are usually an expense. So to receive skincare that is going to work for you is a very good thing. Okay. So yeah, that's something that you can put in your hamper box. And then smellies, obviously that can include things like body spray or, you know, shower gel, things for the bath, you know. Yeah. You could have things like lip balm, just things that are like practical, but things that people don't necessarily buy for themselves, the things that they need to look after their body with, or just have an evening of just pampering. You know, not a lot of people do that. I mean, people probably do, but I don't. If I ever receive things that I can pamper myself with, I then very much appreciate it, because I don't ever spend that kind of money on myself. I don't ever turn around and be like, right, I'm gonna buy myself some lip balm, a face mask, some shower gel, like, unless I need it. I don't always buy it, so that's a good gift. Candles, of course, if they're into candles, not just randomly. A lot of people, especially that I know and myself, loves candles, and just they're good to have in the room. They warm the room up, they smell nice. I don't have much of a sense of smell, but you know, when I have a candle on, I feel so cozy and warm, even when it's not, you know. It's just a nice atmosphere it creates. Okay. With that, an air diffuser. Air diffuser. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are like, you have basically a perfume bottle, and then you have like reed sticks and stuff like that that they're a room diffuser, and then you get like the electronic ones that you plug into the wall, or you get ones that, you know, do it automatically. I don't know, I have candles, but but yeah, so if you want your room smelling nice, basically is my point, a practical item to get is an air diffuser or room smelling nicer. Because obviously it's, again, a looking after product. It's looking after your home, or your room, depending whether you own your home or not, or rent your home, whatever. I'm not going into that discussion, jeez. But yeah, basically a diffuser is a good thing as well, because it means that people are then going into the room smelling nicely. Well, the room smells nice. I'm sure they smell nice too, but my point. Makeup, if they're into makeup, I like makeup. but again, don't really spend very much on myself for makeup because I have kind of stopped wearing it as much as I used to, but you know, I still run out of things, so getting stuff gifted to me is also still nice, and it's good to try new products, colours and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, like foundation and stuff, you buy their colour, you don't buy a random colour, but things like lipsticks and eyeshadows and stuff like that, things that, you know, they won't necessarily try or buy for themselves, but they might need. Yeah, my boy. There's a lot of places that do like gift sets as well, if you don't know quite what to get. Places like B&M and Home Bargains, they've got a lot of gift sets going on at the minute. Obviously Superdrug do as well, where there's a bit of everything, obviously apart from things like foundation, but you do get a lot of the things like lipstick and the eyeshadows and stuff all in one go, so you don't have to remember what they want. Hair accessories. Now, I don't have an awful lot apart from scrunchies, because I love scrunchies. I never thought I'd be a scrunchie person, but I am. Anything like that, again, practical items is bobbles, scrunchies, hair clips, but you could also then play around with things like that and do it like Christmassy themed or themes that they like. So, for example, I have some scrunchies that are like shiny, that are like graphic, you know, and then hair clips that are like Christmassy. They've got like bells on it, and they've got like holly and stuff like that, you know, all the things to jazz it all up. I have hair bows, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's, if people are into that, then that's something else to get them as hair accessories, because, you know, they might appreciate it because they might not buy it for themselves. Nail polish, I do like having my nail varnish on, however, I'm not really meant to wear it at work, which is really, really sad. It's only occasionally that I now get to wear it, but there's still quite a few colours that I would like to get. I have recently just bought myself a navy colour, so I'm yet to try it, but again, there's other colours that I haven't got yet, so maybe ask them, or don't ask. You don't need to ask. Maybe just buy them some nail varnish if they want that, and then just see if they like it. Favourite snacks, another practical item, because, you know, a chore is hard when you go shopping and you go, I want some snacks, but I need to save money because I need to buy things I actually need, like bread. But snacks that I want, maybe Battenberg cake, or like, what's it, that kind of thing. Things that I don't necessarily buy, you know. And there's probably a few people that do exactly that, of they go, I need the necessities, and don't splurge on the extra bits that they want. So maybe things like chocolate bars, like, you know, Curly Whirlies and Twixes and stuff like that. This one, like, I'm not sure how it like would work out, but I've put down subscriptions to things, so things like Netflix, Disney Plus and Glossybox and places like that, because I think you can gift people that, and obviously again it's another practical thing, and it means that people can like watch their favourite movies or try new products and stuff like that. And it's a good way to gift somebody something if you don't really know what they want, or don't have the time to get what they want, etc, etc. Accessories for their phone or watch. Now, I am a hoarder. I have lots of phone cases. I will never have enough. A phone case is always a good idea. Again, with my watch, I haven't really got anything else for my watch apart from screen protectors. However, I have smashed most of my screen protectors, which is why I keep changing the colours. And they also are like, they do go like scratched and whatever. So screen protectors, obviously a good idea. New straps for their watch or whatever, stuff like that, you know. Again, something that is a nicety, nicety. But yeah, things like that, accessories to go with technology. Ornaments, because you know everybody needs an ornament. That could be things like this. This could be like, I don't know, a homey item. I don't know. I put it and now I don't know what it means. Games. Now, I kind of touched on this earlier, but obviously I play the Switch, and I have a lot of games that I would like but can't afford, for example, i.e. Mario Kart. I would like to get that and play with Abby, but however, it's really expensive, so I've not bought it yet. So I've asked for it for Christmas. And the same with like board games. We play a lot of board games together. However, again, we don't have very many. We always tend to go to theirs because they have a lot of board games. So I would like more board games as well as Switch games. But yeah, a lot of people play online consoles, or they play board games and stuff like that, like D&D and stuff like that. So things that are like potentially either accessories? Is that the right word? That did not sound right when I said it. But things that like go with the game, for example, there is like, for Monopoly I saw on Etsy that they have literally just a note thing. You effectively get a sectioner to put all your different notes in. Something dead simple, but it's useful. Or like I said earlier about the Switch game holder and stuff like that, or just actual games like Mario Kart. Flowers are always nice, unless they're allergic, obviously. But yeah, flowers, I love receiving flowers, whether they be fake or not, because fake ones obviously last a lot longer and it means that I decorate with them, whereas live ones don't last very long. But they're still nice to receive. Tiny plants. I do like my tiny plants. I don't have very many of them. But they just kind of zhuzh up a room just without doing anything, just by looking pretty. You know? They just sit there and hopefully stay alive. Books, if they're a reader, find out what kind of genre they like, and give them a book again that they probably wouldn't try, or that maybe you've heard of that you know that they haven't got, or you've recommended them to it that they haven't got, any of that kind of stuff. Because personally for me, I am still trying to find what kind of genres I like. Obviously I like the romantic ones. I am now currently reading a kind of a horror murder mystery one, which I'm hoping that I'm going to enjoy. I'm not very far through, but the style of it I'm struggling with, so I have a feeling that I might give up with it fairly soon and go to my Christmas books. But yeah, so try and see what their style is, or maybe try and give them a different style that they want to try. Maybe, I don't know, if they like books, give them a book. Or maybe like you could give them a subscription to like Amazon Kindle books or something like that, and give them a virtual book. Things to put in your drinks, like coffee syrups that aren't necessarily just for coffee. I have quite a few of these now. I like getting the little gift sets that you get, and I have ones like gingerbread, I have vanilla, I have caramel and something else, hazelnut, but there's so many like gift sets or just ones on their own. I've got pumpkin spice, it's a big bottle that I've got, and now I've got a caramel one as well, which is in a bigger bottle, as well as the small tiny one that I got in the gift set. So yeah, so anything like that. Also flavoured drinks. I found the other day that I got an orange hot chocolate, which is divine, you know, freaking love it. And there's quite a few like coffee things that, I think it's Nescafe that do them, that I used to drink, They're different flavours, like the praline was always my favourite, however then I realised that I can't have caffeine. So, you know, that kind of thing. They're always nice to receive, again with like the kind of favourite snacks type thing, favourite drinks, and like things to enhance your drink. Maybe like marshmallows and cream and your syrups and all that kind of stuff. Another practical item, a water bottle or flask. A lot of people are on the run now, not like on the run, but like running to work a lot of the time, and they're on the go a lot of the time, so they like to have a water bottle with them, or they take a hot drink with them, or like soup or whatever. So it's always nice to have a water bottle or flask, you know, handy. But again, another thing that people find practical but won't necessarily buy. And then the last thing that I have on my list is to offer your services. This could include things like babysitting, dog sitting, giving them a lift somewhere. Maybe if you're like a construction worker, you maybe help them out on a DIY job that they've been trying to do, I don't know. Or things, i.e. I make my earrings, so I can use that to my advantage. Anything like that you are more than happy to do for somebody, even if it's just like giving them an evening away, like with their partner, whilst you look after like their dog or something like that, just so, you know, they have the time to do what they want to do, and they're able to accomplish things they want to do. Because a lot of that does not take a lot and doesn't cost anything really, and it helps somebody out, which is just nice. And it's all about being kind, isn't it? Now we've got to, especially now, like everyone's poor, so we've all got to be nice, because otherwise we'll all just cry basically. So yeah, you gotta remember the fact that people are struggling with certain things, or might not be as skilled as other people, so they may be struggling with things around the house, doing the chores, etc, etc, doing the pots, simple things like that, you know, that don't cost anything apart from time, and you're willing to help. That's just something nice to give them. And you could possibly write it down like in a little flip chart or something like that, or just write them a note or in a card or something like that, you know. Then it's not made a big deal of, but at the same time it is, and it's just nice. And that's what we want, especially at Christmas time. We want everyone to come together, you know, all that cozy vibes. That's what we love. And that is the end of my TED Talk. I hope you have enjoyed my video. If you have any more suggestions of what we can add to the list, then put it down in the comments. Let people see it, because, you know, I think a lot of people will be struggling this year especially, so it's good to let people know what a good idea is. So yeah, thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. Check out all the links in the description, and I shall see you very, very soon for another video or vlog. Bye!